Alright, we're good?
I'm okay.
Are you?
Alright. We're good? Filming? We're live-ish? We're live now. It's not going to be live when they watch it, but that's okay. Hello, welcome to another Alpha Strike We Play video. My name is Adam.
And I'm Taryn. Hey, you buddy. How we doing?
I'm doing well.
Good stuff.
We're going to talk about Mechwarrior Cards.
Yes.
And they come in both of these box sets, these lovely box sets.
Yeah, so they give you like a card that gives you a specific, what would you say, lore-based Mechwarrior in there.
Yeah.
And that gives them like little funky abilities and things, which is cool.
Yeah, so they say it's in this one, well, it's in both of them, or whatever. So they talk about when you're playing a scenario, each player can pick one pilot card. So they'll have a points value, usually 2 to 6 points, something like that. And they'll have like a little bit of fluff, tell you which faction they're from, and they'll have some little abilities and stuff.
The specific mech they pilot as well. I assume you have to keep them in that mech.
Yeah, it would make
sense. That's their mech.
That's right.
And then it gives you some abilities that they have in that mech, which is really cool.
Most of the time it does modify the basic pilot and gunnery.
Yes. That gives you that on the top though.
Yeah, if that's the case, you can actually modify another pilot and gunnery to reflect and things like that in your force. So,
but if you are both taking one, then you just make sure that you take one each that are the same point value, and you should be fine.
Yeah, it's nice and balanced. So, I like the Thunderbolt. So, I picked a pilot for that to talk about. And who do you have? Let me guess, it's a Catapult.
It's Catapult.
It's a Catapult. All right, I'll go first, shall I?
You go first.
So each card has a different pilot on each side. So this one here is Lutgard Winter, who's I'm pretty sure you say Hauptmann or Hauptmann for House Steiner, and it's specifically the 10th Lyran Guards. 10th Lyran Regulars. Okay.
There you go.
So Whitner makes being a mech warrior look easy. Training bores her, so she doesn't bother with it. Instead, she spends her time visiting museums and libraries, basking among items ancient and moldering. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm reading really bad today. That's all right. You'll catch up. Even her duties as company commander come easy. None of this distracts from her battlefield performance. Rather, she pursues victory with focus, knowing it to be the shortest route to more time gazing at antiquities and paintings.
Sounds like my kind of gal.
She's focused. Gotta say that. It's good. So, piloting skill ability, she is a 4-point card. Okay, she actually has a modified gunnery and piloting. She has gunnery 2 and piloting 3. So she's pretty good.
Yeah, normally you're a 4-5, so it's pretty good.
So she has 2 abilities. The first one is Slugger. May improvise and use club single-handed, thus allowing use of weapons in the torso and other arm. That's pretty good.
Cool.
That is pretty good. And the other one is Tactical Genius. So when she's in command, you can re-roll initiative, but the second roll stands. But if you roll like a 2...
then the second roll's bound to be better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's very cool. So basically, and they've got little quotes or whatever from like people who have worked with her or whatever. So she's always got her nose buried in some ancient book. Actual books. Can you imagine?
Yes.
I mean, it is the future, so everything's on a futuristic iPad and stuff like that. So
my holo pad.
Yeah. And on the back we've got Simon Beckner. So he has a gunnery 3, piloting 4, and he also costs 4 points with his abilities. He's a captain with House Marrick's 2nd Free World's Guard, and he also has the Thunderbolt. Captain Beckner once held the rank of Force Commander. He was demoted for failing to destroy Snord's irregulars on McAfee in 3020. He feels wrongly judged, given that the entire downed lance of 2nd Guards was salvaged and Snord only made off with some old junk. Beckner is desperate for redemption and grows increasingly reckless in his drive to return to battalion command. And they say, sure, he knows how to drive that old tea bucket, but good luck to whoever serves with him. He's as likely to get them killed trying to reclaim his honour as not. So, yeah. But he has melee specialist, so you apply a -1 2-hit modifier for physical attack rolls, but you add 1 point to damage to successful attacks. He is quite brutal.
Schmeck.
Oh, imagine kicking.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Piloting 4. Yeah. Sniper. So reduce range attack modifiers by half. +1 for medium, +2 for long, and +3 for extreme.
Wow.
So extreme range is not in these box sets, but
no, but it is a thing. You can fire out to past long range for like a +6 or something. I think it is. I can't remember.
Yeah, there's something like that. There's
something like that.
But yeah. But that's pretty cool. So
I'm going to stick with my one because this guy's awesome. Is Piers Ballantyne in a catapult. He's a 1-2 pilot, so 1 gunnery and 2 piloting. As a captain with House Liao in the Death Commandos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that explains it. Super elite.
Ballantyne transferred from Kincaid's Rangers in 3020. He tired of his old Stinger, so he sought a better alternative. When he saw a salvaged Capellan catapult in the defenders' ranks on Redfield, he knew he'd found it. He outmaneuvered and wore down the enemy Mechwarrior, and soon enough, he reclaimed the catapult for the Confederation.
There you go. The man knows what he wants, and he goes for it.
This one. He's cool. But he's a 6-point special ability, like special pilot. So you'd have to let your opponent have a 6-point pilot as well. So, but he's got Sandblaster with his LRMs, which when rolling on cluster hit tables for a successful SRM or LRM attack, add the following modifier to the roll. +4 for short range, +3 for medium range, or +2 for long or extreme range. So he's getting a lot more missiles in on target, especially at short range. And he's got Sharpshooter, so if remaining stationary and not making physical attacks, may fire 1 weapon only in an aimed shot. Successful attack grants extra potential critical hit, even if armor remains in a location.
Oh, wow.
So you can do an aimed shot, and you can get a potential for critical. So you get to make a potential critical roll, even if you don't breach their armor, which is pretty cool. And I like his quote. So Ballantyne's a right bastard, just don't tell him I said that. So I'm sticking with him.
He's very cool.
I don't need the other one either. He's cool.
But combined, I think you get, let me see on the box here. So you get 4 of them, 4 Mechwarrior cards in the beginner box.
And
so 8. Should leave 8 for them.
Yeah, there's 8 pilots here.
So yeah, so that gives you quite a lot of choice, and it does cover all the mechs that are in there. So I can see what we got: locusts and griffins.
There's one for everything. There's a commando there. There's Shadowhawk. We've got these fellas at the front here. Yeah. There's one for the awesome as well that puts it down to a 2-2 pilot that can sprint.
And the Battle Master on the back.
And the Battle Master on the back.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
But if you're doing like scenarios, like theme scenarios,
yeah,
forces as well, that could be quite interesting.
Yeah,
and flavour.
I mean, once you get used to the rules and you're all into the lore and stuff, there's nothing to say that you can't make your own.
Yeah, true.
I mean, you can find, if you move out into the full-blown rules, there's quirks and defects and all that sort of stuff, and you can do all sorts of funky stuff with it. So, but yeah, if you're playing with these, give these cards a crack and see how you go, because they are kind of fun. They add that little extra bit to it.
I like the idea of it. Yeah, it's good.
All good.
So that's it. So they're the pilot cards. So yeah, give them a shot. They're good. All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.